Good day everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariette, also known as the Boervrou, and I'm coming to you from South Africa. Today is Friday the 6th of December 2024 and this is episode 77. You can find me on social media as the Boervrou. I will have links to all the places that you can find me linked down below this video in the description box. Today is a very warm day here where I live, and let's see if I can get through this episode without melting. I just brought some cold water today. I hope you have something to drink and maybe a project to work on so that I can share all of my projects with you. Let me know in the comments down below what project you are working on. I love to go and check out the patterns on Ravelry to see what it looks like. Right. What am I wearing today? This is my second Riika top that I made with L4-ply in the baby blue colorway. I wear this every week and I love this top. I just sometimes wished that I made it 2 centimeters longer. So a tip to myself in future, if you think it's long enough, add 2 centimeters. And then I'm also wearing one of my very first attempts of toe-up socks. I will add a picture up here so that you can see that. Anyway, let's jump right in with my finished projects. In this episode, I have a finished project that I made and I have not even shared it on the podcast once. So my first finished project is a sewing project and I have not shared this yet. My friend gave me this beautiful fabric as a gift. It is 100% cotton, and I looked at the meterage and I thought by myself that I can make a piece of clothing and I will have lots left to make a nice project bag or maybe even a few small projects. So this is my skirt. Isn't that just beautiful? I love it so much and it is very comfortable to wear. The fabric breathes and I am amazed at how different 100% cotton feels against my skin. Even with the darker colors on it, it is still cooler than the rayon or viscose that I'm used to. Amazing how natural fibers feel. I love it. Alright, so how did I make it? I measured my skirts to get the length that I like, and I started to draft a pattern for a skirt with 3 gathered layers. So my front is 3 centimeters shorter than the back. My top layer has a curve, and to help with the curve of the front, I made the band for the elastic to be a loose piece of fabric, and that worked very well. I also found that I do not like a very tight elastic around my waist, so after I made the skirt and worn it for a day, I made a few alterations to it, which I still have to transfer to my pattern. I added a fabric tie to the waistband. I got the idea from one of my old skirts and I really like this, wearing a skirt with a tie in the waistband. I also added some fabric strips to the sides. so that I can hang my skirt up on a hanger. I started to draft the pattern on the 28th of November and I finished the skirt on the 1st of December. That is it for the skirt. My next finished project is a pair of socks. I used my DB toe-up socks pattern to knit this pair, and here it is. Mismatched. Matched? Just look how pretty that is. I just love how the stripes blended so well. It looks like it is intended to be so. The yarn is actually 3 different yarns. The purple is a mini that I dyed myself. The pink for the cuffs and the 4 round stripes is Piana Yarn's sock yarn in the colorway Victoria. They both are 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon with 366 meters on 100 grams. And the other self-striping yarn is an opal yarn. It is 75% wool and 25% polyamide with 425 meters on 100 grams. And here is the yarn label and the colorway information. I started the socks on the 9th of October and finished it on the 5th of December, which was yesterday. I used a 2.25 millimeter 9-inch circular for the knitting of the socks and a 3.25 millimeter needle to bind it off. It is completely finished. The ends are woven in and they are actually still wet, very wet, so they need to dry. Okay, right, let's move over to chat about my work in progress projects. My first work in progress project that I want to tell you about is my newest project. My friend Leonie from Independence Yarn Crafts and I did another little yarn swap. This time we did 12 minis of 5 grams each sock yarn, and I decided to knit a pair of socks with mine. So before I opened the first mini, I decided, well, actually I already decided this in September, that I want to add a main color to my socks, just to pull all the colors together, and I thought it will be fun. So I decided to dye a mini of approximately 50 grams to use to be my main color. So I dyed this yarn to be very irregular in color so that it matches my more solidly dyed mini in my stash that I wanted to use for toes and maybe heels. Not 100% decided on that one. So this is my mini that I dyed for the main color. I love it so much, and this is the mini that I dyed more solidly. And then I am again doing 4 rounds in the main color and 6 rounds in the yarn swap color. So this is what I have so far. And this is what I have left after 2 6-round stripes are added to both socks. Okay. And this will go into another project. So I'm knitting the second size of the DB toe-up socks. I'm using 2.25mm needles, and I'm knitting them in tandem, meaning at the same time but on its own needles. I'm also weaving in all the ends as I go, so that when the socks are done, they are done. Let me add a stitch marker to each. And then we can track my progress on these in the next episode. Both of those are from Annegret from Pincushion Crafts, and it was part of last year's yarn swap goodies. Right, so I'm not always showing all the project bags that I use for my projects, as I have made most of them myself. But this little bag came with the yarn swap, and it is just the perfect size for a pair of socks, the scissors, the yarn needle, and the yarn. I love the size of it. It is very, very cute. A non-knitter also saw this bag and said that it was very cute. So yes. The next project is one that I do not normally show on here, but as the yarn goes into the socks, I use the rest of the yarn in my memories blanket. This is the Brioche Memories pattern, and I am loving this pattern. I usually show this in the surplus yarn stories that my friend Liani and I do here on YouTube. So if you're interested, you can go check that out. I wanted to do something similar to the Cozy Memories blanket, but I was looking for something different and then found this pattern. I love these brioche mitered squares. This is it from the front. And this is the back. And here is the squares from last year's yarn swap. This one, this one, that one, this one, there's one, this is one, and that one, and then we also have these two. So that is quite a lot. So as you can see from the squares, I just knitted until the yarn was finished and switched to the next color. And I think I will do that again this year. I only add sock yarns in here, and it is definitely a very long-term project. But I love it so much, and it doesn't matter that it will still take years to finish. Now let me see. Did I knit on this project? I actually did. Okay, right. So this project is my sleeveless top that I'm still knitting on. I know, it is taking a lot of time, but I've been so busy, and it is much easier to just grab a sock project when you run errands and all of that. This is my second one, and it is also made with Moya 100% cotton double knit yarn in the colorways Berry Dot and Burnt Fudge. And I may add some topaz in there as well. We will see when I get there. Alright, as you can see from my stitch marker there, also by Annegret from Pincushion Crafts, I did knit a little bit on this one. Alright, so I am almost at the decrease part of the top, and then I also have to increase again for a line shaping. I made a pink, and the pink was bubblegum and rose quartz one, and I wear that one at least 2 to 3 times a week, so I really love these tops. I am planning to try and finish it still this year. I am using a 3.75mm needle for the body, and then I will add some 2x2 ribbing to the neck opening and armholes, and I would love to get it finished so that I can wear it. Anyway, okay, let's see. What did I show you? The socks, the skirt, the sleeveless top. I think that is everything that I have to show this time. Let's move over and find out what's been happening. Right, so now that I'm working on building a beautiful collection of high quality handcrafted clothing, I'm trying to make things that I like to wear and like to make. So with my new skirt, I only have a white sleeveless shirt to wear with it, and I decided that I need something else to go with it. So I am planning on making a summer top with some L Cottons 4-ply in the colorway Coral. This is what it looks like next to the skirt fabric. It is going to be so good. I've not decided yet if it will be sleeveless or not, but I think I will swatch for this and then make it a priority, as I already have a skirt that goes with it. So I will be putting myself on leave again this December. I'm planning to close the bakery from the 13th of December to the 6th of January 2025. I am planning, however, to use the first week from the 17th of December to the 20th to wrap up some knitting pattern things, and then for the remainder of the time I will just take a break and rest. I will continue my podcasting schedule over the month of December, so you can expect to see me here on the 20th of December, I think, and then I'll be back next year. I think that is it from me today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend or week, depending on when you watch this. I hope you are all doing well and have lots of crafting time to fill up your cup. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye.